and welcome to Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney and welcome to All Things Yarn Related, where I talk about all the projects that I have been currently working on this past week and maybe also give you guys some insights on future tutorials or things that are to change within the channel. So go ahead, grab your projects, grab whatever you're sipping on, and just sit back and relax. This week has been a very productive week here. So if you see my last updated video, you know we were in the middle of painting some rooms. Last week was my daughter's room, and then this weekend was going to be the craft room. So we finally got it done. If you have been here for a while, you can probably already tell the difference. So we went with the baseboards as like a tan color, and then the walls are like a light blue, almost like a baby blue color. I'm very, very pleased with how the room came out. I was kind of a little standoffish on the color at first because it looked like it was going to be a lot lighter than what it is and was turning more of a gray color, but it finally settled out and dried and was the color that I pretty much anticipated. So very, very pleased with that. I do have a few things coming in the mail to put up on the walls, so I'm very excited to see how it all turns out and how my craft room will look once it's done. So with that playing in effect, I haven't been able to work on too much, but most things that I have worked on have been smaller projects. So this past Wednesday, I had a tutorial come out that was the Swinging Vines coffee mug rug. So here is the coffee mug rug. Very quick, very simple to do. It is a 2-row repeat. You do have a few workup rows here before you actually start on the 2-row repeat, but very quick, very simple to do. I think this coming up with it and all may have only taken me an hour to do. So again, maybe not even an hour, honestly, but it is a quick project and can work up several of these if need be. So there is that. Now, another thing, this week was all about pretty much small projects. So I grabbed some crochet thread and some earring hooks and decided that I was going to go ahead and start making some earrings. So this next Sunday, or this Sunday, there will be a tutorial coming out for these Lotus Flower Mandala crochet earrings. So these are also very quick and simple to make up as well. I think without having to record one of these, it took me maybe about 20 minutes to do. You will have to block this to get the full effect of how it looks once it is completed, but it is also very, very simple. You use very basic stitches in this. I think you'll use single crochets, half double crochets, and double crochets, and of course some chain stitches and a picot. So some very, very basic stitches in this project. Again, very quick and simple. This will come out on Sunday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to that. Now, I also wanted to create another pair of earrings. Right now, I'm kind of on an earring kick. So yesterday, I started working on another one. It's not fully completed. I did get it blocked, but for whatever reason, I did not weave in the ends. I am horrible about not weaving in ends. So this is another earring that will come out, and this one will probably come out on Wednesday, next Wednesday. I have not came up with a name for it yet. I don't know if I want to go with something with a flower theme again, or do something more of along this lines of a sun, because these kind of look like sunbeams, but it also kind of looks like a flower as well. So if you would like to suggest a name for these earrings, please feel free to put that down in the comments. So these will come out on Wednesday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. So those are pretty much all the finished projects that I have been able to complete. Now, I've even got my husband crafting this week as well. So I had a company named New Craft Day contact me asking if I would review some of the projects. I said, of course, would love to. Well, they sent me the wrong diamond painting several weeks ago, and then I let them know that they sent me the wrong diamond painting. They sent me the right diamond painting, and after getting the runes painted and everything, I started working on the diamond painting for my daughter. And I asked my husband, I said, would you like to help me with this? If not, that's cool, but it is an option there for you. And he's like, no, I'm good. Because he likes puzzles and everything. And I figured, maybe he'd like the diamond painting. He's like, no, I'm good. I feel like I'd go cross-eyed. Well, the next day later, he was like, do you still have that diamond painting? Are you still working on it? And I'm like, yeah, because I've only got like a quarter of it done. And he's like, go get it. And I was like, okay. Well, next thing you know, he started working on it. So between the two of us and occasionally my daughter working on it, we've got it almost fully completed. Sorry about the paper or the plastic, but there's just a little bit of this section left to work up, but we have been able to get it almost fully completed, which is awesome. Because if you know, diamond paintings can take forever. So I'm glad he was able to jump on board with this and help me out a little bit on the diamond. Did work some more on the Pretty Please with a cherry on top crochet shawl. But unfortunately, I did have to rip out several rows of it because I realized that I was increasing more on one side than the other. So I did have to rip out several rows of this, which was a little bit of a bummer because I was really starting to make some progress. But I did work on it a little bit more and found the problem. That is going to be a 2-part tutorial. When, I don't know just yet. I haven't been able to start on the tutorials. I do want to get the main body completed before actually starting the tutorials. So whenever the main body is completed, which I almost had it completed, whenever that is completed, then that's when I'll start on the tutorials and we'll know a little bit more of when they're going to come out. So I also worked a little bit more on Rebecca's shawl as well. Now, with her shawl, I have came to the decision that I'm going to go ahead and just do a written pattern. Being that it is taking so much time, and with everything else that's been going on and going to be going on, I'm not going to have a lot of time to record the tutorial. So unfortunately, I'm going to move into doing a written pattern instead of tutorial for her shawl. But I'm very, very sorry for those who may have been interested in seeing the tutorial for that. There will be future knit-alongs, there will be future knitting tutorials, so please don't let that discourage you. I am very sorry for those who are interested or were interested in the tutorial for this, but I feel like it's just going to be a lot easier, not on me, but you guys too, on doing a written pattern instead of tutorial, where the trim does consist of a lot of different stitches and you've got to really pay attention to what you're doing. So I feel like that's going to be a lot easier in a written form than a tutorial. And then also I've been kind of creating something on the adding machine, or not the adding machine. I don't have an adding machine. I have a cincher. The knitting machine. This was actually my husband's idea, but I can't really speak too much on exactly what I'm doing because we have in mind that we're going to potentially sell, if I can get everything the way that wanting, or work it up how it needs to be worked up and figure it out and all that, then we are talking about selling them. So I don't want to put my idea out there and then somebody take that idea and then run with it, because from what I've looked up, I haven't seen anybody else do this. So I'm going to kind of keep it hush-hush for right now. That way my idea isn't being stolen. So once we have gotten everything situated with it, I've got it worked up the way it needs to be worked up, and maybe even started selling a few then I will talk about what I'm doing. But other than that, I can't really speak on it. But I have been working on something with the knitting machine. So that's all I have been working on. Please let me know what you guys are working on. I hope you guys had a wonderful, happy New Year's. That is it for this video. So I will see you guys next Friday. Please enjoy your weekend. Have a wonderful week next week, and I will see you guys then.